Welcome to another Nitro type video with Dragon. Today I will be doing a bonus video because I was not planning on doing this at all until this new update came. It is actually a very big update, luckily not talking about gold as the last video was. This update is actually about a new track. The only thing involving gold is that you have to be a gold member to access this for now, but eventually it will be made available to everyone else, which will be nice to see. But for now, let's go to the news and try out this new track, and then compare it to the old track and do a side-by-side comparison and do all that fancy stuff. Also, I will end up racing the wampus in this video, so stay tuned. But let's hop into my first race in this new track. The first thing I noticed when going into this new track is how long it takes to load. This is going to be a pain for a lot of people, anyone doing a decent session, 100 races or more, or even just for someone doing a video or doing pretty much anything. This is going to be a big pain, because making a race take longer is just wasting more of your time, and I don't think anyone really likes that, so I think Nitro Type should add a solution, which I will talk about in a sec. But for now, as you can see from this track, it does at least look very cool. The starting animation was very cool, and I like the top 3 logo more than the previous one. And as far as the track's looks-wise, I probably like it a lot more, but I will be able to tell better when I put the side-by-side comparison on, which will be on very shortly. But first, let's do a couple more races to see if it actually takes this long to load every single time. I'm pretty sure it does if the first one did. I don't see why the others would be shorter. But with that, let's hop into my second race in this track and get a second look at it. Unfortunately, as you can see in front of you, it's still taking a very long time to load, which means that I'm going to talk about a solution and something I'd like Nitro Type to add to fix this. But in the meantime, before I talk about that, just look at the cool cars and things like that, because I think this track does look pretty cool now that I've seen it, especially the start animation. That is probably my favorite part about this new track. But here's a solution I would really like to see in Nitro Type. I would really like them to add a toggle between the old track and the new track, because the new track, yet it is very cool looking, I don't think it would be worth it. So if they could add a toggle for anyone doing a long session, just so that lag and all that isn't as much, it would be very nice to see that. So you can just have an option. Like maybe right next to my car where it says underneath or above paint this car and view all loot, put a toggle there that says old track, new track, or maybe they come up with a name with it, 3D track, 2D track, something like that. I think this would be a very nice way to solve this issue. But right now, as you can see in front of you, I am racing in a different car just to see a couple more looks. And with that, I do really want Nitro Type to add what I just said, but with that, let's stop going on and on about that. Let's go back to the track and turn it to the new track versus the old track and just see how they look side by side and which one I like more. If I like the old one more, then definitely a toggle feature, by the way. But one more thing before I mention that is that, as you can see, the Jeepers Rupercorn, or I'm pretty sure that's pronounced right, looks very different. Here's a picture of the old one and here's a new one. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. I guess it's cool. I don't know how I feel about that one. But now, let's put the side-by-side comparison on. But actually, as you just saw in front of you, there is the wampus. So let's first race the wampus. So go. That is what it looks like to race the wampus in this new track. And with that, let's just look at the wampus a little bit more. I kind of missed the old animation, I have to admit, the trail. But with that, let's go hop into the new track versus the old track and show the side-by-side comparison. Here we go. Here we are in the side-by-side comparison. As you can tell, the new track is the top one and the bottom screen is the old one, because you can tell this because of the loads time. So it does mean that you would probably lose a little bit of time on this new track as far as if you were doing a lot of races, but they did start about the same, and that's probably because there was a couple people in that top track. But as far as looks, I probably would go with the new track if it was just on looks, but that's because it's not, and there is load time. I would like the toggle feature, like I've said earlier and a couple of other times, and unfortunately with this side-by-side comparison, I couldn't see the entire track. I couldn't fit it in all in one, and now that is the new track. So with that, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this video. I really hope you enjoyed seeing all my thoughts and opinions about this new track and all that other stuff that happened in this video. But with that, thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next video, and bye!